So earlier this month, I was asked to be part of something pretty big. And if you haven't heard or don't know what the off-road record games are, essentially a group of my favorite YouTubers got together and either built off-road tow trucks or already had one, and they competed in an off-road record games. So it's no secret that Matt's Off-Road Recovery is the one that started it, along with Paul from Fab Rats, the OG of Off-Road Recovery on YouTube, BSF Recovery, Rory from Moab Motorsports, and Merlin from Merlin's Old School Garage, who happens to be Paul's cousin. So throughout the games, each of the competitors would perform various activities with their off-road records, and judges would decide who did it best. This is the part where I come in. So I was enjoying an afternoon with a chocolate bar in hand when I found myself with a silver ticket. And the silver ticket indicated that I had been selected to be one of the judges for these games. Without any specific instructions on how we were going to be judging or what we were going to be judging on, I prepped myself for that heavy role of being the judge. I wanted to give an impression that I was taking these events seriously, but at the same time, not too seriously. So I got all suited up the best way I knew how from my local Goodwill. And I found myself looking quite professional, but not too professional. That kind of leads us to where we are right now. It's the opening day of the record games. They told us that it was going to be a random selection of where the judges were going to be judging from, and it just so happens that I think I got one of the more comfortable spots, being in the passenger seat of Paul's off-road wrecker for the entire time. So yeah.
We like the judges like that.
So we're here at the record games, and we're just about to get ready to start judging. I have my judge jacket on.
I love it.
Yes?
I don't know if this is used car salesman, ugly sweater party, or like...
I was going for all. So if you can't tell already, it is a very busy morning, doing very busy things, and I'm already late. So, but that's per usual, right? We're just gonna follow this other guy that has a judge shirt on. That's a very judgmental walk you got going on.
Oh yeah, this is serious business. First annual record games. We gotta set the example.
Yes.
I mean, we're like...
That's why I dressed up for this.
So we've got three judges per driver. So Eric, come on up here.
This is a weird point of view, George. I can't even use that anymore.
It is a weird point of view.
Yeah. It's a little odd. It is a little odd.
I like the
We
new
got
camera.
Connor from Barnes 4-Wheel Drive.
This brings us to the opening ceremonies to the record games, and that's where the rules are kind of laid out. I want to point out the first thing that's really important for me was that bribes were allowed. It was in the rules. In fact, it was so in the rules that each of the judges was given 100 of these ones to go and bribe the judges. Obviously, more money could be added, but that was the baseline. So pretty much the judges were all corrupt and had to take bribes, including me, and the jacket helped with that. For the first day of activities, there was 5 main events that each driver had to compete in. First, we went to the welding challenge.
This thing looks way too nice.
It is cushy, I've gotta
nice.
say.
It's nice to ride in.
I like these seats.
I don't know what happened to those welds though. I thought we were rooting for this guy. But, you know.
Essentially, every one of the competitors has an onboard welder on their rig. So they ended up welding their trophies together, and then they had a tab for a strength test that they had to weld together. We got to see how the driver got all his welding equipment together and how he welded out in the field. Not around any plugs or real welders. They were all on board on the rigs.
So he doesn't need this for this portion of the
There's
game.
some style points right there. All right, we'll pull over here.
Good stuff. How do you feel after that welding event, by the way?
I feel pretty good.
good. I mean, it wasn't like
Pressure. There was a ton of people
It's
watching.
hard when you got everybody. I mean, the rod was shaking.
But after that, we went over to the flex ramp, and the flex ramp, that was it. We flexed, we got off, that was it. Well, that's not too bad.
The ramp's not long enough.
Really?
Yeah, that we were touching the top.
I think Rory did a 7 something before they paid me.
All right.
Before they paid him.
So I've been trying.
And somebody else did 1,000 and something.
Somebody else did 1,000.
After they paid, I'm sure.
No, that was actually what they did.
Oh.
On this ramp?
Yeah.
Who was
Because
it?
I want to bring
wheelbase.
my Jeep over this.
Yeah, add wheelbase to it. and-
I'd get 1,000, I bet.
Yeah.
Go
That's what
ahead.
that was.
So we can,
Cool.
we
can make that higher though, right? Or we can see what we can do
That
here.
could be an 8.
Exactly.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. See that?
Yeah, I like that.
In 1809 is what I got out of that.
Okay.
Perfect.
That's a lot. After the flex ramp, we made our way over to the dyno, and the dyno trailer was really cool. Haven't really been around one of those before, but Paul pulled his rig up on there, they strapped it down, and we let her eat, or at least Paul did. I just sat in the passenger seat judging in my judging ways.
Didn't I get that signal from over there? We're good. Yeah, we're good? Okay. Let her roll. I'll let you know when, let me know when it's 1,000.
That was cool.
Have the
First time on a dyno ever in my life. So
I've never been on a
yeah, that was pretty sweet, really.
196.
196.
From the dyno, up next for us was the rollover challenge. The start of the rollover challenge was a challenge of intellect. Basically, they had to memorize a sheet of paper that had some things on it, and they had like 30 seconds to look at it, and then they had to draw the exact thing they saw. That was pretty boring. Then we get to the real challenge of the rollover challenge, which was a car, Suzuki Rodeo, flipped on its lid, and Paul was supposed to flip it over in however he wanted to, really. I think this is gonna go pretty good. I'm excited.
Is more destruction better, you think?
Yes.
Okay.
And I kind of told Paul, like, you better give it the beans. We want to put on a show.
Just throw that way. I'll turn around. We'll pull it back over.
That was awesome.
We didn't want to leave it easy for the next guy, so we put the car kind of in the most logical way you could put a car. Upright. That's right. Paul did a pretty good job with that. That got him some bonus style points. And while we were doing that, Merlin was tearing up the Deadpool hill.
I can't beat that. There ain't no way, no how can I beat that.
So after we heard Merlin just absolutely destroy the Deadpool, we made our way over there where we hooked up to the banana. So the point of the challenge was to pull a disabled vehicle up the beach and out of being stuck. banana, no problem. Everybody, I think, did the banana just fine. The hard one was going to be blue steel with the Morvere on the trailer.
Say break them in like you're going to use them, Bracken.
That's the way to break a motor. Yes.
So I finished day one with around $70. Day two got a lot better. What's up, Collywobble?
Good morning. We are just out here at the record games selling merch, meeting you guys. Well, it's a little early. Give it a minute. And it's a little cold. So
yeah. All right. Well, I'll see you later.
Okay, we'll see ya.
See you in a bit.
We're out in the desert, 21 road. That's
So I was gonna do a bunch of sneaky stuff to make it tough for the other competitors, but I don't have reverse, so I might be counting on them a little bit later. So all those plans are off the table.
What happened to reverse?
Well, I put it in reverse, and it wasn't there last night.
Okay, that's a valid reason.
We took it back to the shop. We worked on it for a couple hours. Realized that we're not going to get reverse. Decided we're going to do the trail anyway.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are we feeling today?
You know what? We're tired.
You put on quite a show yesterday.
Dude, 3 a.m. we finished putting the transfer case and doubler back together. We're pretty excited to be back. I think we're going to do good. Feels good. We were broke when we entered the sand yesterday. I had no idea we had a chipped tooth. So when we did the dead pull, we did that with a broken doubler. So we finished it off pulling that big heavy truck of his.
All right, Rory, how are we feeling today?
feeling pretty good. This looks like a good, solid second place truck.
Fair enough, fair enough.
No, like I said, I'm feeling really good about today. Like, today is the most comfortable because this is what we do. This is towing on trails, recovering rigs. This is what we do.
You mean you don't flip cars and leave them on their ends?
No, not really. Not really. It's not where we shine. We do it.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing you out there.
Sweet. Thanks, sir.
On a show.
Look forward to you judging us.
There, it should be out of everyone's way. Hey, Judge Rudy.
Good morning, Paul.
Morning.
How are you feeling today?
Feeling pretty good.
Alright.
I mean, we got minimal amounts of sleep, so we're good to go.
But you know what? I feel like a couple extra bucks would fix that today.
Oh, we can handle that.
My extra buck guy. I got $15 of it.
I'm glad to see you're humble about it.
How are we feeling today, Eric?
Good.
Awesome, awesome.
Really good. We're gonna give this a try. You know, the sand's a little bit wet. That might be to my advantage.
I think it's going to be a pretty good day.
We might have trail lunch for you if you get a little hungry. A hot trail lunch.
I could use a trail lunch.
Yeah. So, and if you know, and if you get distracted from you know, judging and maybe making the right or wrong call, you know, you can, like I say, it. You know,
It would probably help to have a full stomach.
yeah. Okay.
I'll see you later. Alright, so I don't think I've told you yet exactly what this challenge is, but they are towing these junk cars full of Hoonigans up this trail. But yeah, so they're going up this trail here called 777s. Every one of these wreckers has their own car that they're going to be pulling up. Paul's got his poorly painted one here. And then here's my dad with his heavy wrecker. at that headset. You look official.
I am. Check this out. I push this button, I can say, Lizzie, do you copy? And you won't hear anything because it's going straight into my ears.
How's it going, Rudy?
It's good, good. You guys gonna own this today?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you all riding
All
in it?
forward. All forward.
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
Hey! Ride in there?
Oh no. That would be a death wish.
Back if you want. Oh, I got a front seat. So.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Right.
Oh, special treatment.
Jacket gets around the front, huh?
Yeah, and I have a roll cage too, so.
We are riding in style. Nothing but comfort and a smooth rise by the Extreme Off-Road Wrecker.
Professional vlogger over here.
Who's this man? Rudy, what are you doing, man?
I'm getting the shot.
Oh, okay, good. As long as you're getting the shot, that's all that matters.
You gotta use the brakes there, Hoss. There's no rear brakes.
Pretty early on, Paul figured out that the brakes on his car, or at least the rear brakes, were kind of cut through. And I'm not going to say or suggest anything happened to the brakes, but yeah, I think you know. I did not cut them. I did not cut the brakes. Okay, whoever tore the cars apart cut the brakes. I just, you know, yeah, it was a rat.
Our car has no brakes.
Yeah, but what do you need? We got brake fluid, we got tools, what do you need?
We'll have to check it out.
After Paul figured out that the brakes were cut, he had to do some reassessing, and it kind of gave him an advantage for a while, and it later became a disadvantage. You'll see why.
Oh, is it leaking?
Yeah, it's
Oh, it
leaking.
sure is. Yeah.
That's why.
I'll get brake fluid.
That sounds like sabotage.
That does.
Sabotage.
Wonder who paid who.
You got a hammer?
You want to back up this? If I tow you backwards, then you got brakes.
And rear steer. And rear steer. And rear steer.
Let's do it.
It does work really
Let's
well.
flip you around. We're good to go. This may work better. I got rear steer now.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're carrying on the back brake. I'm not saying anymore.
Doing that, let's do it.
So then we made our way up the trail. It was a lot of fun. We got to see a lot of people. There was people everywhere in the rocks. It was incredible. And I got to do a lot more corrupt judging from the passenger seat. So one of the things about day 2 is we didn't really know where lunch was going to come from because we were out on the trail all day long. But BSF planned ahead and they gained a lot of points because on the way up the trail, they set a couple hot dogs on their motor, wrapped in tinfoil, but they set a couple hot dogs on their motor, and by the time we got up to the lunch spot, they were warm and they were delicious.
I'm here for my lunch. There you go. There.
Yeah. Thanks.
Taking the bribe?
Absolutely, all day, every day.
Warm hot dog on the hill. Life's good. Life's good. So after lunch, we carried on up the trail. That's right. I'm not saying down the trail because it was all uphill. So we carried on up the trail where we got to kind of a tricky spot for Paul. Got hooked on some rocks and somehow got a flat tire. I wouldn't know how. I can't say that I know how.
Be sure that does not go unnoticed, Rudy. The flip around advantage.
Yeah, no idea. Nobody knows.
No idea how it popped. Nobody, like Andy said, nobody knows.
Saw Merlin give you some money, so.
He did.
Yeah, so yeah, put that right there.
1, 2.
Hold on, there's more.
He gave me 5.
Okay. You're running me raw.
There you go. There we go.
There you go. Let's make that even.
Paul had to get it unhooked from where it was at, so he changed how he had it hooked up, and then pulled, and it pulled all the way over. Yep. With Ben inside. Ben was Paul's co-driver, by the way, and his brother. Alrighty, so that rollover was a minor inconvenience for my guy Paul here.
Minor inconvenience.
Ben didn't mind at all, but we're on now. You did see Merlin pay me off a little bit there. Well, Fab Rats paid back, so we're good, we're good.
We're gonna have to get a neck brace and stuff for Ben for tomorrow.
We made it to the top of the trail, and then there was an optional obstacle called the chute, and the chute is notorious because it looks really bad, but it's fairly safe. But if it does go bad, it goes really, really, really bad. So we all towed our cars up and over the chute, and it was amazing.
To the top and decided to toot his own horn. He put on a show. What are you about to do here? What's your game plan?
We're just gonna walk up over this like it's not here.
Well, isn't that confidence, man? Ready for this?
Another day in the office.
Alright, I'm gonna sneak down real quick. Okay.
Easier than I thought it was gonna be if I'm being honest.
Yeah, walk right out.
That was good. And your battery stayed alive.
Yep.
Good job, Paul.
Thank you. That was a good time.
Congratulations.
So in the end, between all the judges, we gathered up a lot of money, and because we're so super corrupt. I thought I was in the lead for a while until Robbie Layton got paid $500. I was in the lead with about $210 before that happened. So I am the second most corrupt judge there, and I'm proud of it. $210 is a lot when you're dealing with ones. Probably doesn't help that someone paid me $100. So in case you didn't know, there are a ton of other videos out there from other judges, other competitors, other people that were there, and they're all super entertaining. If you haven't watched them yet, you'll get a different point of view, because that was just mine. Thanks for watching.
How are style points?
No, Roy's a good spotter.
Let's see. He has 2. I don't know.
Looking good, Paul.
Do you want to know what's on the list? Is he a good dancer? I don't know. Charming? Ridiculously good looking? If I didn't know any better, I'd say this list is talking about me.